Hey guys, it's Laura. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be fun. We are going to be making one of these cute little watermelon charms. So these measure about 1 1/4 inches tall, a little over 3/4 inch wide. I just thought it would be a cute little charm that you can add to a little tassel. This isn't necessarily the best colored tassel for a watermelon charm, but I think it would be super cute to hang off of there and add to your chunky charms. So what you're going to need is a couple of jewelry pliers. So I have this one just to help make my loop. I have this one to cut my wire, and then this one to help pull my wire through. You can use any size beads that you want. The idea of this came from those little pony bead keychains that people used to make back in the day. I tried them with seed beads, but you have to keep in mind that whatever size bead you use, you have to pass the wire through twice. So these, I think they're advertised as 2 to 3 millimeters on AliExpress. So I have my beads. You're going to need 7 red, 6 green, 5 white, and then for the seeds, a couple of black. So I have that, my pliers. I'm using 24 gauge wire. This is super thin. You can't really work this too much or it'll break, but it is strong enough to hold your charms. So I am just going to start by taking about 14 inches or so. You're going to want more than you're actually going to need. It'll just make kind of threading these and making these a little bit easier. And we're just going to start by making a little loop. Smaller the better. I just take it and kind of turn here and turn a couple of times. Again, you don't want this super tight or that's just going to snap right off of there. So hopefully you can see, you just have a tiny little loop. And so then what you're going to do, it doesn't matter which side, you're going to string your green on. All right, and then we're just going to take it down to that loop. And then what you're going to do is come in from the other side. So here we have these beads. So we're just going to take it and so just put that all the way back through all of the beads. Okay, so once you have it twisted back here, hopefully this will make it a little easier for my camera to focus. Have it like that, and we are just going to continue pulling this and pulling. And this is where your other pliers come in handy. Just pulling that through. Okay. And you're going to push this down to give it room on the ends to where you can keep pulling it until it's flush. Again, don't pull too hard. You could break your wire. These are glass beads, if I haven't mentioned it yet, and so they are a little bit more delicate. And you could definitely break your beads. Alrighty, so there we go. And it's at this point, if you want, you can adjust your hoop, make it a little bigger if you would like. I'm gonna go like that, wrap it one more time, and then I'll take my needle nose pliers and just kind of flatten it out there. So this will be our first layer, and so then we are going to go from here. We are going to add our white. And so from here, what you want to try to do is bend this and kind of mold it to where you're going to want it to be. So right there. You see they kind of nestle in there with This just makes it to where you're not trying to have to push down and pull through at the same time. And this is also why you want a longer wire than what you're actually going to need. So then you take that part and string it right back through those white beads. All right, and then again, we are just going to pull. And this, as we are pulling, we are trying to bring this back up through here. So you're seeing that. Again, if it gets caught, it's because there's nowhere for these beads to go. So you want to flatten it out, pull it through. Flatten it out, pull some through. And see, just like that. All right, so keep it pretty tight. And there's our white. And so this next part, we're going to have 3 layers of red. And then I like to mix up where my black beads are. The black and then 2 more red. So we want 4 on this layer. Okay, and again, we're going to bring this down. Try to tighten it on here. Okay, and once we get it there, we're going to take this loose piece that hasn't yet went through our beads and push it on through. Okay, and again, we're just going to take these and pull it through. And again, this wire, because it is super thin, and anytime you're pulling on this wire, you kind of want to pull on the ends. If you're pulling up here in the same spot, it can kind of wear it out and it might break off. But if it breaks off here a little bit at the end, it's not as big of a deal. So again, we're just going to kind of flatten this to give us some room to pull on these beads. Let's pull on this wire, and there it goes. So this guy and this side. Alrighty, so we are going to do 2 red and a black. Again, in whatever order you want. Bring it around. Again, we're going to take that wire and feed it on through. Okay, you can take this wire, pull it through. There we go. All right, and I will do 2 on this one. So because I want my bead to kind of be over here, I will do that one first, and then we'll do 1 red. Oops. Bend it down. You guessed it, feed that through there. Pull her through. Alrighty, and here we go with our final bead. Just another red one. Bring it over, kind of put it where you would like it to stay, and feed this through. Alrighty, here we go. Here we are with our charm, and then you see we have these wires left. So you kind of want to decide where is your front and which is going to be kind of your back. So I like this better. Probably didn't get these tight enough. This one, the tighter you pull, the closer together your watermelon pieces will be. This one, I didn't pull them very tight, and so keep that in mind. But to finish this off, we are going to kind of decide where's our back. So that's going to be back here. You're going to bring these up to where the first and the second layer meet. And then you're just going to kind of twist it a little bit. We want to make it to where once we cut these wires, there's not going to be an opportunity for these to fall off. So, and I will get these, kind of make sure that that's twisting really tight. And then our extra, we can just do as flush as possible and trim it off. And there we go. And as I said, this one I did much tighter. I definitely prefer this one more. Adjust this guy to hit in a little better. Okay. So there we go. And as you can see, you can't see that little bit of wire at all from the front, even on this one where we are a little bit more spread apart. Yeah, so there I have these. I've done a couple of other ones. Here's another one. You can see my hole is not very large on that one, but again, this one is super tight together. Easy to put together. You can be sitting in front of the TV and whipping these out, no problem. And like I said, just a super cute little dangle you can add to your chunky charms or mini albums, any of that. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, go ahead and ask them below, and I will see you guys on my next video. Bye.